I remember one time walking in, and I think she was very young, maybe 24, and she was crying, and her husband was crying, and I looked at him and said, "Hey, I'm getting nipples next week. This is like not so bad. Like, I'm excited. I'm getting nipples." And they were able to laugh, and I just felt like it made her see that she was going to be okay. I went for my routine mammogram and didn't even think anything about it. And they called me and they said, you know, we want you to come back. Well, I'd been called back before, so I went back and went home, and then they said, you know, we think we need to do a needle biopsy. So I said, okay. So I went back again, still not even thinking about anything. And when they did the needle biopsy, I remember they tried about 16 times. They kept taking samples and kept taking samples, and I was like, this doesn't feel too right. And then the nurse, she was adorable, but she got a little bit sweeter and sweeter, and I was going, okay, what's going on? And that was a Friday afternoon. And then Monday morning, my doctor called me that read I guess the radiologist, whatever, read the x-ray. She called and said, it's not real good news, it's breast cancer. And I just kind of sat there and I went, are you sure you have the right person? Like, I don't think so. And she said, yeah. And I just went, okay, what do I do? And she said, here's 3 surgeons' names. You need to go see them this afternoon or as soon as you can, and then call us. And, you know, I said, okay. I called and made an appointment. Then I called my husband and lost it, like started crying because, you know, I was like, all I could think of was, my children. I'm not going to see my grandbabies. Like, this is awful. This is terrible. I went to the little, I guess, education thing they have at the breast center, and there was 8 women in there. And of the 8 women there, 4 of them were back for a second time. And I started listening to their stories, and, you know, one had a mastectomy, then she had to get the other side done 2 years later. One had had a lumpectomy, but they didn't get it all and had to go back. And it was just, I listened to that and I thought, wait a minute, like, I don't want to live with the fear of it happening in the other side. And I know, I went and checked, and the percentage was not that great, but I just said, I'd rather know that this is gone and I don't have to live with that fear of knowing it could be in the other breast, and just take them both. Well, I was really scared. I thought, oh my gosh, because you know what I did? I went on the internet and looked at pictures, and they were horrible, these horrible pictures. When I woke up and I looked down, because she put the expanders in immediately, they did the mastectomies and the expanders, and I looked down, I'm like, they don't look so bad. They weren't sag anymore. There was just a little bump there, and I'm like, this isn't quite so bad. My daughter is an event planner, and they're doing the Tour de Pink bicycle race, and there's a survivor lap. So I have me a little mint green bicycle. I'm going to ride in the survivor lap with my pink outfit. It made me realize that my husband loves me. You know, he said, I don't care if you even get anything put back on. And my children, I'm almost thankful I went through this, because I saw the side to my family that I wouldn't have seen. I know that sounds crazy, but it was a blessing. It taught me so much. I learned so much, and I think I've grown so much.